Welcome to Spitbucket. This week from Cafe Morso at Jones Bay Wharf down at Piermont. I'm very happy to have Scott Comyns from Tempus Two Winery with us this week.
That's
Scott,
right.
welcome along.
Thank you very much.
And congratulations on the big award win last week with the 2003 Semillon.
That's right. It took out best wine in New South Wales and very proud of that. There's not much left of it now, unfortunately, due to the win. So hopefully it can...
I'm very happy for you, actually. It's exactly what you want to win to do, isn't it?
I mean, we want to sell wine at the end of the day. So,
tell us a little bit about the Tempus Two story and your involvement there.
So Tempus Two started with Lisa McGuigan back in 1998, formerly Hermitage Road Wines. The French government put a stop to us using Hermitage, so the following year Lisa had to change the name to Tempus Two.
Yeah.
Tempus meaning times, and obviously two, so second time round, and that's where Tempus Two was born. In 2003 we built a brand new winery on the corner of Broke and McDonald's Road in Colburn, and from there we obviously it was a very modern winery, pewter, copper labels, and I'm proud enough to say that it's not just the labels, but it's also the wine inside that I can stand by saying it's a quality wine.
So have you always wanted to be a winemaker?
Well, from the time I was pulling wines out for Mum and Dad, it was definitely a passion of mine, and they ended up putting their cellar in my bedroom. And
so you had no chance, did you?
No,
you were always destined to be a winemaker.
I discovered that anyone could be a winemaker. There was a university course, and I always thought it was a family thing. Once I learned that I could learn to be a winemaker, I continued the passion, and from there.
Hunter is Semillon, or it's known for it's the greatest Semillon in the world. It obviously something that resonates with you.
Oh,
as
definitely. Well, my first vintage was in the Hunter, and most of my winemaking has been in the Hunter, and it's something that I'm very passionate about. You've got your young Semillons, which are lively and beautiful citrus characters, beautiful with seafood, and as they age, they have a beautiful complexity about them. They soften, and will continue to live for up to 20 years easily.
So what are we trying today?
Today we're trying the 2005 Zenith Semillon. Now this is the 2003 younger brother or sister.
Sure.
I'll go brother. And it's off the same vineyard and starting to mature exactly the same way as the 2003. And it's our current release through the cellar door at the moment.
So Scott, as a winemaker, we're going to try this right now, but when do you know that you've that you've nailed it? At what point do you know you've nailed it?
I like to think from the very first pick of the grapes.
Yeah.
If you have a quality grape, pristine fruit quality, you should be able to make a great wine.
So basically, if anything goes wrong from that point, it's your fault.
It's our fault. That's right. That's right.
Okay. Well, let's try this one now. So, what characteristics should our viewers be looking for in this wine?
So, still the great qualities of Semillon is the beautiful citrus backbone. It still has a citrus lift, lemon lime.
Yeah.
But with this 2005, it's got 5, almost 6 years age on it now, and it's starting to get some toasty honey characters come through. Still, you've got some softness on the palate, and also you've still got that lovely citrus backbone.
The colour's got that just delightful pale straw.
Yeah, I mean the colour hasn't really changed from the time we bottled it, which again, I have to say is a sign of great fruit.
Yeah.
And I'll say great winemaking as well. I have to add it in there.
Absolutely.
So yeah, still pale straw colour, and the colour won't change that much for another 5 years still. If it was under cork, it would start getting a lot of that golden character, and we will see that develop with another 5 years probably.
So really, it's pushed everything. Stelvin's pushed everything back in the development or the stage about that 5 year mark.
Yeah, I think so, but
it's a hard one to pull a number out, isn't it? Yeah.
I think under cork it will, I'd say, develop slightly faster, and this is just a more controlled aging process for us. We won't see that colour pick up as fast or that toastiness.
Zesty on the nose? You've got
Definitely.
that fruit, a little bit of mineral.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's off a dry grain vineyard, no irrigation at all, so we really rely on those deep roots to collect as much water and nutrients as possible. We do, they're along some dried up river flats in the Hunter, and consistently making some outstanding Semillon for us.
Excellent. On the palate. Oh, this is
Again,
lovely.
you'll see that freshness.
Yeah.
For a 5-year-old wine, it's still drinking very fresh.
You'd swear it was just bottled yesterday. It's just beautiful and bright.
Yeah.
You know,
got a lovely zing to it. Still got that mineral line to it as well, and just that complexity of the toastiness and slight sweetness of almost honey coming through.
Summer, Christmas, mid-morning, late-morning prawns. It's got that. It would work so well.
Definitely. Yes, definitely Christmas brunch and lunch. Yeah.
Beautiful.
And dinner and dessert.
Yeah. And breakfast.
I've got another wine for that.
Okay, now onto the Pinot Gris. Tell us the history of this wine.
So the Pinot Gris for Tempus Two was one of our first whites that we were producing. It's our only still white in our pewter range, and it's our flagship white. So it's I suppose Lisa did a trip over to France, fell in love with Pinot Gris and wanted us to produce it.
It's
so
beautiful. Obviously you enjoy Pinot Gris as well?
I love a Pinot Gris.
Yeah.
Pinot Gris and Pinot Grigio, I think, are a beautiful variety, and I think a variety that we'll see more and more through the stores.
Is it a more difficult wine to bring together than the Semillon?
It is. Yeah, definitely. It's a pink grape, so we have to produce a white wine from the pink grape, and that. There's a lot of work that has to be done in the vineyard to make sure that we don't have too much colour pickup in our wine. So we really need to talk with our viticulturalists very closely just before picking. And
so you pick it a bit earlier, or
no? We
not?
just have to pick without hand harvest.
Yeah.
We have to make sure that there's not too much sulphur in the bins that protect it, because sulphur will bind the colour pigment. So we have to process it quite quickly under anaerobic conditions, and
so it's a pain in the backside, really, to make.
It is, but it's worth it.
I love it. Again, well, let's try some. Oh, look at that.
I mean, it's all to winemakers' liking. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a pink Pinot Gris. It's all
not at all.
What the winemaker
prefers
there's
just
to
such
make.
an element of purity to that colour. It's just gorgeous. It's super pale.
So the fruit's from Adelaide Hills.
Yeah.
It's a nice cooler climate Pinot Gris. A bit of green apple. And on the palate, it's just lovely, fresh, slightly rounded palate, but still with a lovely long length to it.
What a beautiful long finish. And just covers a complete kaleidoscope of flavours.
Yeah, from apples to pears, and
it's just like an exceptional fruit salad. Just with that is a lovely wine. That is a sensational wine.
Thanks for that. I didn't pay him any.
No, actually, you really want some of this wine. That is magnificent.
We can arrange
2010.
2010, definitely.
Well, Scott, that brings us to the end of the white section of Tempus Two. Two sensational whites. We're going to cover your red shortly.
Beautiful.
So until next time, remember, we spit so you don't have to.